Reality Play fans, Shitstorm. I got a rant for you. Now, before I go any further, I'm gonna put a warning on this video. If you're offended by anything I say today, I don't care. If you do not like what I have to say, I do not care. This is my opinion, and this is what I believe. If you don't like it, guess what? You can stop watching it right now. Alright. Okay? Let's continue. I'm going to talk about a subject that's been around since the beginning of just any civilization. Hate crimes. Hate crimes, segregation, whatever you want to call it. Racism. Sexism. What do you want to call it? I'm going to talk about it. Why? Because I can. Let's talk about racism first. It's always going to be around. Because there are people that won't accept it. There are people out there that won't accept every race. It's always going to be around. I mean, we could try to cut it out, but it's never going to happen. Because there's always going to be people like that. Every single day. No matter what you do. No matter what you do. There's always going to be somebody like that. Let's talk about the difference between man and women, I guess. The equality. Equality. I'm going to tie all this together, by the way. Just to let you know. So, keep watching. Let's talk about equality. Should man, women, blacks, whites, Mexicans all have the same ability, all have the same opportunities? Yes. Very much so. If I was working at a job, going for a position, but the woman, race, or gender, doesn't really matter, they're better than me at it, and they could run the business better than I could at any point and make me more money, right on ahead. Don't get me wrong, I want that position. But if you can make me more money, go on ahead. I'm not going to be mad. You're making me more money. That's the thing. It all boils down to hate. That's why there is racism. That's why there is a fight between men and women on pay, on how people should be paid and everything. It's hate. Because we as humans don't know how to stop hating. We don't. I mean, we don't. And you're probably thinking, well, I don't hate anybody. Not that you know of. But hate can come in many forms. You find a guy annoying? Do you talk to him? No. Do you want to know anything about him? No. You hate him. It's called hating. It's called negativity. The world is full of it. And there's nothing we can do about it. Because that's always going to be. That's how it's always going to be. Negativity. Because I believe in the human mind, that's what we look for. We look for negative things we look for negative things. We do. We look for negative things. We look to stuff to rant about. We look to stuff to march the streets about. We do. Because in this country, especially this country right here, what have we done? For years, we get on social media, we rant, rave. We go to the news, rant, rave. We march. That's about what we do. Now, don't get me wrong. It's effective sometimes. If you want to see somebody see your point, you gotta rant and rave. You have to. I mean, if you don't, how people can know what your feelings are. But here's the thing. When you're ranting and raving, why are you raving about negativity? I don't hear any positivity sometimes. Sometimes there is, but sometimes I don't hear any positivity about it. You're just ranting about negative stuff. Let me see. Let's take, I don't know, the Confederate flag for a minute. Because that's been recent. How recent? It's very recent, actually. Because, let me see. I was at a Christmas parade with my daughter. Last Christmas, actually. Last Christmas season, actually. We were sitting there. A big line of parents, you know, where we were at. There's always that. And we're all watching the parade. We're all having a good time. I mean, we're all laughing, joking together. I mean, we don't know each other. Never met, but we're still laughing, joking. The older couple in front of me would let my daughter sit in their chair, their lawn chairs, so she can sit and watch. So she didn't just sit in her stroller and she can actually see the parade, since she's only 2. But here's the thing. During the parade, there's these trucks that come by. Now, in our town, these trucks, you'll see them waving the Confederate flag. There are a lot of people right now that do not want the American flag flown because it's supposed to symbolize racism. That's what you believe? That's what you believe. Here's a history lesson, though. The Confederate flag was made to be different than the North. It had nothing to do with racism. Actually, the fight on slavery wasn't done until about the middle of the war, when Lincoln was actually losing support for the war. History fact for you. But, anyways, we're standing there, and there's a group on the other side of the street. They've kind of taped off with chairs. A little section for them. Sorry. A little section for themselves. And these truck came, they were there with signs, you know, take down the Confederate flag, you know, Black Lives Matter. They had a sign this for Black Lives Matter. I wasn't really bugged by them. I mean, they were on this side of the street. They weren't bugging me. I don't know how the other people felt, but they weren't really bugging me because I couldn't hear them. What bugged me was there was a woman that pushed kids out of her way. Literally almost knocked them on their butts so she can get in front of the crowd, so she can sit there and curse at the guy, people, flip them off, say boo, do this. I mean, she looked stupid doing it. She really did. You're at a kids' parade doing this crap. Whatever. Here's the thing, though. The trucks didn't have the Confederate flag on them. They didn't. They didn't actually have the Confederate flag on them. They took them down for the Christmas parade. What does it say? That they have better knowledge to know. Take it down for the kids' parade. Yeah, they want to be in the parade so they can show their support for the military, because that's what they had on their trucks was all the flags of the dang military. They did. They had POW, which is prisoner of war flag. You know, everybody's seen. They had all the banners and stuff. I should say banners, not flags, banners for each branch of the military. They did, and that's what they were celebrating, was the military. They didn't have the Confederate flag. Why? I mean, they didn't want to. I guess my guessing is they didn't want to cause a commotion. They didn't want to cause a commotion during a kid's Christmas parade. But, you know, everybody's got that freedom of speech. Everybody's got that crap. It's crap. And that's hate. That's all they're showing was hate. You know how you stop hate in this world? You know how How many times am I gonna say hate? You know how many times you can stop hate in this world? Accept. I do it every single day. I accept everybody. Do I like the person sometimes? No. But I accept them. Do I talk to them? No. But I don't sit there and badmouth them. I mean, yeah, I'll make jokes. Don't get me wrong, I gotta work on it too. I'm not perfect. But how do you stop hate? How do you stop hate? You accept. Accept every race, gender, religion, no matter what it is. Accept them. Do people understand this? Am I wasting my breath on this? Am I wasting my breath? You understand something. No matter what you do, if you accept somebody, that's the best thing in the world you can do. No matter what. You can sit there and just hate them. But if you accept who they are, who cares if you don't like them? But at least you can look at somebody straight in the face and say, I accept who they are. I understand who they are, but I just don't like them. I don't want them in my life. That's a better way to say it. You hate. This life is too short to hate people. But if you don't want somebody in your life because you don't believe the same thing they believe and you don't want to bring negativity because of that in your life, then that's just fine. You accept the fact that they don't have the same religion. You accept the fact of who they are. Whether religion, race, gender, it doesn't matter. Sexual orientation. It doesn't matter. At least you accept them and don't want them in your life because it will bring negativity to you because you're like, well, then that means because you don't want to be mean to somebody or you just don't want to deal with it. It doesn't really matter how you want to spin it. Negativity is bad. But here's the thing. If you do it, you're changing the world. You accept somebody, you're changing the world. There's always going to be racism. There's always going to be hate. But the more we accept people, the more we accept people the way they are, the easier this world gets for everybody. For people that are gay, people of different race, different religion, different genders. I mean, this world will get better for people that are transsexual, bisexual, gay, like I said, gay, black, Mexican, white, Asian. I mean, women, men. It doesn't matter. This will be easier for us all. Because we are so competitive with each other. We're so competitive. That's the big thing. To compete with one another that we don't accept anybody anymore. And that's what we need to do is accept somebody. That's all we need to do. That's it. But some people are so bent. They're so bent on proving that this race is this. Some people are bent on the fact that all white people are racist. I'm not. But some people are so bent on that. Some people are so bent on proving that either man or a woman is superior than the other. How can you fight for equality, which is the equal of people? You're fighting for the equal of people if you already think you're superior than that person. You can't fight for equality. You think you're superior. Make sense? If it doesn't, then here, let me try to break it down a little more. I had a woman the other day come to my work. She said women are superior than men. in a lot of ways, women can do things men can't. You guys can have kids. You sometimes, a little bit smarter than us. But she's saying you're superior. You're superior. Okay, cool. But then she said we have to fight for equality in the workplace. What? What? You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's the whole point. You can't have your cake and eat it too on that point. If you think you're superior than me, why should I fight for equality for you? I'd fight for you. I'd fight for women's rights. I don't care. Should everybody be paid equally? Exactly. If you got the skills and you can do it right and you could do it almost dang near perfect. It's nobody's perfect, but if you can do it dang near perfect, then yeah, you should be paid what you need to be paid. But if you sit there and tell me you're more superior than me, why would I want to help you? If you're so superior, do it your dang self. You're so superior and so better than everybody, and you should be able to do it by yourself. You shouldn't need help. That's negativity. That's negativity. To actually believe that one gender, one race, one religion, one sexual orientation is better than another. That's negativity. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to be competitive. That's what makes us strive. I mean, look at the world. If we weren't competitive with one another, our technology would not be as advanced as it is. Because that's what we try to do. We try to outbeat the next person in technology. That is great. But when it comes to the individual, you don't need to be so competitive. That's not what this world needs. This world needs acceptance. This world needs people that want to strive for humanity to be equal. This world is hard to live through. I mean, it is hard to live through. But if we can accept everybody, and we can help everybody, and we can make sure that innocent lives are not taken from us because of racist cops, because of people being idiots, because of people fighting over religion and stuff, this world would be easier. This world would be so much easier to live by. But people don't want to do that. Not my problem. You hear that all the time. Not my problem. But you want the world to change. But you don't want to do anything about it. That's why I'm almost at a loss for words for the stupidity of that phrase. Not my problem. If it's not your problem, stop bitching. If it's not your problem, stop complaining. If it's not your problem, then stop worrying about it. Stop getting on a camera. Go to social media. Stop getting on the news. Stop getting on Facebook, Twitter, and whatever social media and bitch about it. Because it's not your problem. Because that's all you want is 15 minutes of fame. But you got people out there that are trying to make this world better. You got actual people out there that are marching in the streets, putting their life on the line. And you say, how can marching in the street put your life on the line? There are people out there that will beat the crap out of people that march in the street for a certain reason. Look at when Martin Luther King time. What happened to people that marched in the streets, that fought for equal rights for races, for all races? especially with the black community and the white when they were fighting. They got killed. They got beat. They got set on fire. Are you kidding me? You want all women to be equal to men? More power to you. I believe in that. Equal for everybody. All rights for everybody. But if you sit there and all you do is bitch, complain, but when somebody asks you to help, you say, not my problem, then you are one of the biggest freaking hypocrites in this world today. Now, I understand there are some things you are not able to do, but admit that. Don't say, not my problem. Admit that you can't do it. Admit that you can't help. Say, it's not in my parameter, it's not in my ability to help. That is more acceptable than saying, not my problem. If more people would admit that they had a problem, or admit that they couldn't do something about it, or just admit, this world would be better. Because that's what this world needs. To people to take responsibility. That's why when a black 12-year-old gets shot because a police officer is racist, because he's acting like a thug, I've seen videos on it. People talk about it all the time. And the police force does not make him take responsibility. They are not changing. They are part of the problem. They're not part of the solution. Responsibility is a hard thing to do. Taking responsibility is a hard thing to do. It really is. Because then you have to admit your own faults. Am I perfect? Not in the sense of the word. I'm not perfect. I have work to do to make this world a better place. Do not get me wrong, but at least I can admit that. Some of you are sitting out there, well, it's not my problem. It's not affecting my life. Well, guess what? What happens today affects your kids' life if you ever have kids. Whatever happens today affects their kids. But you don't want to do anything about it because it's too hard. Or what I heard one time, I don't have the time. Time? You had time to go drink and party. You had time to go do this and that. If you could take 1 second out of your day, 1 second out of your day to think about somebody else, you've already changed the world. You have. Because that is positivity. To think about somebody else and to help them out is positivity. And that's what this world needs, is positivity. But we don't want to do it because it's too hard. It's too hard to be positive. That's the problem with the world. It's too hard. And when things get too hard, all we want to do is run. We shut down and we run. So I beg you, please, take responsibility. Try to help another person. Be the good person that's in all of us. We all have a good side to us. We all need to let that show. If we can let all the goodness show, do not get me wrong, nobody's perfect. There are going to be troubles, there's going to be fights, there's going to be disagreements. But if you can let the goodness show, and show that you accept a gender, a race, a religion, a sexual orientation. It does not matter. You can change the world a little bit. That's all that's needed to change the world. Because if you add this much every single day, it grows. That's all we need is a moment of change. A change in somebody's life. You could save a life. You could save a life too. So, that's the point. That is the true point. Stop negativity. Bring in positivity. Because that's what the world needs. You want the world to change? You actually have to get up and do it. Because nobody's going to do it for you. So please, take anything from this video. Is all you need to do is change the world by that much. And you have done your part, and the world will be a better place. Thank you for watching this. Please like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and maybe somebody can watch this and change themselves. This is Shitstorm, saying I love y'all, and have a